Be strong. What does it mean to be strong when the heart aches and there is no hope in sight? When holding back tears no longer helps? When the road is rough and it weighs you down? How do we stay strong? Stay strong in community because there is a better life in leading others. Though our lives may not be perfect and we can't promise you there will be days without the dark clouds, but we can promise to be there when it rains and when it hurts. We will be there with you when all seems bleak. We will guide you to wholeness. We are living your dreams.
Another would like come and say, this book, powerful. I had a burning book experience. My wife, I give you 2 days.
Maybe I don't like it. I like to watch videos.
She doesn't like that type of. She said, which kind of burning book experience? She can say, oh, that book. Oh, so how did you get? What did you get from it? That's all. That interest, but that will not be doing the same thing. That's making the incompatibility was brought up by divorce lawyers to break homes. Irreconcilable differences. There are so many differences that me and my wife have. You see, this incompatibility, that's why I asked you, when you are going to marry the person, what are his goals? What are the values he has? Can you talk about those values? Can you admit his fault? The people that love you, what do they have to say about the marriage? You know, some girls, they are dating a boy, they'll just disconnect from all their friends.
Yes. Now the boy goes sometimes. The boy will tell the girl, say, this your friend is asking me out to. You won't ask the girl, fiam.
Can you speak you see this compatibility, can you speak your mind in a respectable way and you say, hey, don't talk to me like that. You are afraid, you can't even talk, you can't do anything. Some people are not happy on their wedding day.
No.
They know that they are making a mistake. And they cannot back out. And so that's maybe my wife has this thing.
Maybe
the same goals, the same values, but not the same likes. Not the same likes. And sometimes some of you are hiding this thing. Incompatibility. What you are hiding is about sex. We are now compatible sexually. That's what the Holy Spirit just told me now. He said there's something they are saying. Don't experiment with sex. Somebody's heart is not what you play with. You can go and play game. Don't use somebody's heart to experiment. Don't use sex to experiment. You can never be compatible sexually. Even ask some married people. Sometimes it is not. It's not hot all the time. It's not. Sometimes it's called A. Sometimes it's called B. Sometimes it's F. If I will rank it like that, all this one they say when I this thing, when we want to have sex, we close the window with it. Is that how they do it? Is that how they even give birth to you? So
maybe I should chip in this. Dating is like shopping. You don't go to shopping when you are hungry. Your stomach will be calling for different kinds of food. And when you are dating, you must look at the fabric. Is this person a marriageable material? That question you can't ask it. That they told you now about mentors. You should have mentors, you should have friends who can tell you the truth. Is this person qualified to be considered for dating? I told you about a pilot who can fly a plane. You are seeing it from the beginning, you are seeing the symptoms. You say, all my friends are married, let me just enter. We'll just be managing it like that. Listen, troubled marriage is a pain. Not only a pain to people who are inside it, a pain to their family members. You must be careful. Maybe I should chip in this second F, and then we'll go to the questions. I just took an outline to come share with us today. Pastor Ben has said you must find out if your lives match to our values. Do you have similar core values? Core values now. Thank God for Firm Foundation that has helped us to put values into 12 places. If you go to my office, there are 12 core values. There is core value of focusing on the presence of God. There's a core value of honor. There's core value of taking risk and faith. There's core value of family, how those things are defined. Thank God that those things are there for us. Now, if two of us are not moving in the direction of the same core values, if you go to visit your friend and what he's thinking about is your breast and your vagina, and you have a core value for purity, you are in the wrong relationship. Sit down and say, let's talk about, not only we talk about this, we need to bring in our mentors to talk about this. The people that say, don't let anybody know what we're going to, listen, the day you're getting married, all of us were there watching you take vow. You didn't take the vow secretly. This one says it's only us. You have never married before. You must ask questions. This thing you're asking me for sex. If two of you are in a church where they understand relationship, say, as I'm talking now, this thing, can you ask me in live group meeting? When we come for live group meeting, can you say, brothers and sisters, please, I've been asking if we go for sex, if we go refuse, please, can you help me mediate? Can you help me confront Ifeko? It's our culture now. Confront Ifeko to know why she's not giving me sex when we are not married. Wouldn't the live group members gather you and set you on fire? Are we still together? Are you learning something? Is it getting clearer? Okay.
The place of community, they asked that yeah. You can't do marriage alone, as you said it. You cannot. I cannot. I would have failed woefully. Until today, I cannot do it alone. I do it with people who are watching me. I do it watching other people and getting counsel from them. That's why God puts the lonely in family. You need that community to be stable. Sometimes you say you are going through something until somebody tells you it's on and say, we are still smiling. We're still smiling. We're walking through it. It will not destroy us. You will find strength to face your own and to fight it.
Okay.
So somebody said, he said, as a firm builder Pentecostal, is it reasonable to marry a Jehovah Witness, knowing that there is difference in doctrines? My brothers and sisters. Even with different, that you are in this church and this church, there's problem already. Then you want to upgrade it. You want to do an upgrade because many years ago our team was upgrade. You want to upgrade it even they themselves, if the person is a committed person, the person has to win you over. I'm telling you, I have an experience, I don't want to share it here. You cannot. They will win you over before they even do it. And you will justify because that thing has blinded love.
The thing that acts like cocaine in the brain.
Cocaine in the brain. Yeah. You will carry the bag. You will go for visitation every Saturday.
Next question, sir. We need to tie up. Any other question?
Okay.
Is that the end? Any other question?
Please don't do it. Except you like the doctrine.
Okay, Pastor, there is a typical saying among the guys that there's no campaign after election.
There's no campaign after election?
Yes.
Okay.
So somebody is asking a question that she wants to know why guys, they do all it takes to get a girl. After the girl says yes, their attitude will change. And this also happens in marriage as well. So they're asking you, Papa, that why? Why do guys do that?
I'm not the one doing it. I don't understand why they ask. You see, I'm sure some of these boys you are here will answer, especially the one that has won now. That is not who is in a relationship with a guy here. Who is experiencing this thing now?
Nobody will agree.
They will not
that.
agree. But you see, the fallen nature of man is to set goals. And that goal is that when they achieve it, they are moving to the next one. You see, it's in the pursuit. Listen, and that's why I must say this for your children. There is the course and the destiny. Most times in this generation that are growing up, their family, the obstacle to getting to destination, most parents have removed it. It's not about the destination, it's the process of the destination. I'll give you an example. It's more fun to go shopping, trying out more shoes than to buy shoe. You will check it, you will take picture, you do it. There's fun in that process. There is fun in test driving cars to buy before you buy one. Same thing. Your child, everything he wants, you give him. Everything he asks for, you give him. You even pay him to do chores. You can do that for a 2-year-old child. Not for a 10-year-old child, a 14-year-old child, 15. You say, Daddy, what will you give me if I do this? No. That obstacle that you are fighting gives that adventure, that thrill before you get the thing. And when you get the thing, you know that it doesn't satisfy. That's why the pursuit of God does not end. So the pursuit of your wife should not end. It's not the destination, it's the journey. The pursuit of the heart of your husband should not end. So, the fallen nature is that there's a destination, not a journey. So when they get the girl, they now see there's no thrill. The thrill is over because that thrill of calling her every day, she's praying her to get, say, don't call me again. There's fun in it. There's fun in it. Then she now finally agrees, say, you will not tell this guy, I told you, I've got her. And that's the fallen nature. But somebody that is serious about you, that understands that it's a journey, is never ending. This is what will make your marriage to be interesting. The pursuit of your wife. There is no end. The pursuit of your husband. There's no end. And because it's a project, so we get the girl, we do the marriage. The next thing is to look for money to take care of her. If she's complaining, say, why are you complaining? If you are here, you don't have money. What's it? So now the problem is that you are not pursuing because she's not an object. You have objectified her. But if you see her as the image of God, not an object, but something to be desired, loved, cherished, it will never end. And for most men here, don't do that. And I see that a lot. You don't call the girl anymore. You just feel that she's supposed to be there. You don't, there's no adventure. And some of you girls, you now they tired then too. Your own fallen nature does not. They say, you are just coming to see me. You didn't even buy anything. You don't tire. Every time. Even your friends will come and gather you, say, he says coming. Tell you to buy suya. He knows when he calls you problem, one problem or the other. It's not your daddy. Because I must say it the other way. You will put all your problem. When he was dating, when he was toasting you, your birthday came. After you agreed, another birthday. Were you born twice? He said, the day I gave my life to Christ, my second birth, my born again birthday. So that one makes them to withdraw also. Then they are withdrawing because your family are even calling them. They're calling them. Say, brother, what? Don't you hear that mommy is traveling? The boy is tired. Before you know, he changed number. He now give you his own. He said, this number, don't give anybody. So, these are some of the things. But please, if you see somebody that carries the image of God that you love, don't let it be a destination. Let it be a journey. A journey that is never ending. From the time you're in courtship to the time you are married, there's a journey. If you see her as a destination, sex will become boring. Hugging her becomes boring. Caring for her becomes tiresome. She becomes an object to be shouted on. So you have objectified her. No. She's not an object, she's an image bearer. And when you do that, you will always pursue.
Let me quickly chip this in addition to what Pastor George said. Please take time and listen to the message. We preached it 2 Sundays ago, first day of the week. Not this one, the other one. 4 essential things you need to know. That's on the before you. Very important.
Some people already have it, they can share it.
The reason is this. If you do not grow your capacity to trust and be trusted, you will have a capacity gap when it has to do with warehousing emotional issues, emotions. You will have a challenge with that. 4 things. You must grow your capacity to be a spiritual mentor. I will tell you how it applies. If you read emotional spiritual church or something, we have it, you bought it for us. Emotionally healthy church. The writer was saying that how you know people who have matured in Christ is the maturity of their emotions. Yeah. If you do not develop that strong appetite to chase after God, the woman will soon tire you. You see, God, you don't ever get to a point where you say you have found more of him. You pray in the night. In the morning, you want to pray again. And when you're going, you're always going for deeper and deeper and deeper. Why? If you ask me to marry a man, if I'm single and I ask me what kind of man would you want to marry, I'll say I want to marry a godly man. And my reason is this. If he doesn't want to break the heart of God, he wouldn't want to break my heart. That's what I'm not talking about a religious man. Oh, I'm talking about a man who fears God. That this thing, if I do it, God will not be happy with me. That's the kind of person to chase. That's why you must build your capacity for spiritual mentorship. It helps you not to marry at the error stage of love. Build that capacity to trust and be trusted, so that you can confront each other to bring out what the person is supposed to be. Secondly, don't make deep commitment at the error stage of love. Casual friendship, don't make acquaintances, don't commit, don't do lifetime commitments at that level. Thirdly, nature hates vacuum. If you do not deal with the pent up emotions that are inside you, you might be marrying someone to settle scores, to finish an unfinished business, not really because you love the person. Isaiah chapter 40 or verse 44, we were reading it the other day in church. It says, is this thing I'm holding not a lie? He said you feed on ashes. If your soul is empty, your soul will keep looking for what to use to fill it. If you can grab masturbation, you can grab drugs, you can grab illicit sex, you can even grab a woman. So when the woman comes home, you discover that the woman still have not met the unmet need. So you married from your brokenness, and the moment you are healed, you won't be able to stay with that person. A lady had dated a boy for 5 years. By the 7th year, she broke the relationship. I was like, why did you do this? And you're also getting older. He said, ma, when I was a broken, damaged girl, he could understand, he could handle me, he could lead me, he could be my husband. Husband means gardener. It means gardener. But now I am healthier. I discovered that he doesn't know how to handle a very healthy woman. And if I marry him, this marriage will end in divorce.
So let's put our hands together for our pastors. Put
Thank
your hands
you
together
so
for our
very
pastors.
much.
Thank you so much, Papa. Thank you,
We're so
Mama,
grateful.
for such insightful time with you today.
There are so many questions that have been answered. Please, we would ask you can actually get so many other resources. The messages we had last week, even this whole February series, the question about cohabiting, whether I can tell him the truth. If you listen to this today's one, because it's streaming on YouTube, and you listen to the previous messages, you will find out that the answers are already there, especially Wednesday service. Two of the questions here were actually answered by Pastor K's Wednesday service, just this 2nd of March. I listened to it yesterday night, and seeing the questions, I already knew the answers were there. So you can get these resources online. If you feel you still have more questions, please, you can reach out to them on their personal pages, and I'm sure they would be able to answer. Thank you so very much.
Thank you so much. Please rise on your feet. We just feel like praying for you. You see, your sex drive is not a curse from God. He loves you so much that He gave it to you. I know you have struggles. I want you to know, if you have lost your virginity, sometimes we as pastors can preach a message that the best thing you can give to your husband, the greatest thing, is your virginity. We may have lied to you. I'm a virgin, but I drink anyhow and I can spend my money anyhow. I've given you. It's not a gift. And if you have lost your purity, there's restoration. I want you to believe in what is called Yom Kippur is still true every day. Yom Kippur is the day of atonement. A day once a year that your sin is blotted. If that one is not enough, His mercy are new every morning. If that's not enough, look at the cross. If that's not enough, 70 times 7-fold is how many times God forgives. The Bible has forgiveness and restoration. God will restore back. We have heard testimonies of the hymen growing back again. That's creative miracles. We have heard testimonies. I standing here today, very promiscuous before I got married. But God has helped me. There is healing for your sexuality. If you have dabbled into sex toys, you have dabbled into masturbation and all those things that are leaving you with shame and hiding, and there's guilt. You can't even open up to anybody. You are not fully known, and because you know that you cannot be fully accepted, there is restoration. Even if you're going through a form of separation and divorce, I cannot tell you to remain in a marriage you are choking your neck every day. No. Neither can I tell you to remain in a home where you are being abused. No. But you see, those decisions are taken by you.
Be strong. What does it mean to be strong when the heart aches and there is no hope in sight? When holding back tears no longer helps. When the road is rough and it weighs you down. How do we stay strong? Stay strong in community because there is a better life in leading others. Though our lives may not be perfect and we can't promise you there will be days without the dark clouds, but we can promise to be there when it rains and when it hurts. We will be there with you when all seems bleak. We will guide you to wholeness. We are living your dreams.